Hey, good morning, folks. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Little late this morning, had some things going on for the last hour, and now we're giving you a weather update. So maybe you're just joining us for the first time, a little bit of a different schedule. If you are just joining us for the first time, do this every morning about 8:30 plus or minus 10 minutes. And I give you a weather update across Michigan. Go ahead and ask questions or tell us what you're seeing if you are on here for the first time. Hey, good morning, Carolyn Myers from Fenville and Lloyd Irvin. Good morning, Jessica Shepard from MLive. Good morning. Let's get to it, and I'll show you a couple of things here. We've got cooler temperatures. We've got lower humidity on the way today. I'll show that to you. We have a hurricane, probably a hurricane that's going to hit the Gulf Coast. Might have some impact on our weather in the middle part of next week. I'll show that to you, and we do have warmer temperatures also on the way after our brief little cool down here. Okay, so here's the satellite picture right now, and it's a great sunny morning. Southern half of lower, northern lower, and the UP socked in by clouds. What are those clouds? Those are the cool weather clouds, and they're slowly creeping southward. How far they make it in full-blown cloud fashion is hard to tell. I'm thinking somewhere into the thumb and somewhere into the center part of the state, maybe not down toward Grand Rapids. Hey, good morning, Bob Swanson from Muskegon and Dave Watson from Gaines. Hello. And Kevin Nag and Ted. Trees and lines down last night in the Clio area. Hey, good morning, Greenbush, up in northeast Michigan. So the cooler air is moving in. Here are the dew points. Now remember, when the dew point is in the 70s, very uncomfortable. As it lowers into the low to mid 60s, more comfortable. As it lowers into the 50s, very comfortable. It lowers into the 40s, it's almost a crisp feeling air. So this is the dew point forecast through the day, and what you'll notice is that this drier air is continuing to move southward. So yes, even the far south, even you in Detroit and Ann Arbor and in Monroe, you'll have some relief from the humidity as we go into the afternoon. This is this evening, 7 o'clock, and look, the dew points have gone down into the 50s for Grand Rapids and for Saginaw Bay City and Traverse City, and even getting down close to the 50s far southern lower. And as we go through the night, the dew points continue to go down. Even in the UP, dew points in the 40s. That means we are looking at very dry air and very comfortable air as it drops into the 60s and 50s on the actual temperature. Hey, good morning, Traverse City. All right, so high temperatures today. This will be maybe a little overdone by a couple of degrees, but you're looking at about 80, and then you're looking at 70. So you can get a real feel for where the clouds really block the heating and the sunshine helps it pop up a little bit. But again, not as warm as yesterday. Then we go into Friday, and you're looking at about 80 degrees, plus or minus a couple of degrees. We go into Saturday, you're looking at about 80 in the north and mid 80s in the south. Hey, good morning, Jeff Gilbert. And as we go into Sunday, 80s again. And Monday and Tuesday starting to warm up. I think this might be a little bit overdone, but we'll be approaching 90 degrees by the time we get to the early part of next week, Tuesday or Wednesday or so. Okay, so here is a tropical depression. Why all this Michigan weather? What about Georgia, Jeff Gilbert? Hey, let's look at Georgia for Jeff Gilbert. We've got what looks to be a developing tropical system that could be a hurricane by the time it makes landfall in Louisiana. And of course, that's going to bring lots of showers and thunderstorms into the southeast. Let's back up for us. For today, dry weather into tomorrow. Now on Friday night and Saturday morning, there's a weak little weather system with a couple of showers or maybe just remnant clouds moving through the area. That's Friday night, Saturday morning. And then as you look at Sunday, it doesn't get really any better than that because that's a low wind situation, lots of sunshine, and low humidity. So we have a good looking weekend, I would say. Now, here's what could be Hurricane Barry. Of course, the remnants of it by that time. That's Tuesday, starting to creep up. So we'll watch to see if that comes toward us. On this trajectory, I found they generally veer off and miss Michigan with rain just to the southeast. And dare I say it, we're going to start to need rain. It's starting to dry out, actually, on the surface, and farmers know this and gardeners know this, that when you have really wet soil in the beginning of the year, the roots stay shallow, and then when it goes dry, those shallow roots are affected quickly. So you're almost addicted to rain on the plants now out in the farm fields and in your garden, and when it dries out, you need it. And also the planting was in less than stellar conditions. You had to kind of mud your garden in, and that gets compacted, and when it dries out, it turns into concrete. Yes, so somebody's mentioning already need rain. Got a guy going to do my deck on Monday. Are we dry? I would say Monday will be dry. Yes. Okay, so here's the total rainfall over the next several days through the weekend into next week, and you're talking just 1/100 of an inch. UP maybe quite a bit more, but lower Michigan, you may actually have to get out the garden hose for the first time this season. Here's the forecast on that tropical system: a depression to a storm to a hurricane, up to 20 inches of rain around this area, around New Orleans. So a devastating flooding rain there. We may get the remnants of that by the time we get to Wednesday or Thursday of next week, but that's still quite a ways out, and likely it's going to miss us just to the south and east. So you've got cooler, drier air today. You've got sunshine in the south, clouds in the north, and that will really keep the temperatures down in the north. You've got a great Friday. You've got a few little showers Friday night or Saturday morning, but otherwise a great weekend with temperatures in the lower 80s and humidity not too out of line. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Thanks for joining me a little later this morning. We do this every morning. Hit the share button if you could.